What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about alchemy. We're going to talk about transmutes. That's my favorite way to make gold with alchemy so far in Cataclysm. I mean, the raid is open right now, 20 minutes. It's been open for 40 minutes. So we should eventually see potions start selling for maybe a profit and not just be crafted for leveling. But transmutes, they've been good since the launch of Cataclysm, and a lot of them still are. So obviously the first thing we're going to talk about are the daily cooldowns. So there are daily cooldown crafts where you can pick one of them every day. So there's some here. The True Gold Perium Bar is also on cooldown, as you can see, and we have this Living Elements. There's also, I think, a bunch of Eternal Air transmutes. They are Arcanite, maybe not anymore. But there are a lot of transmutes that are on the daily cooldown. They're very nice because they're usually some guaranteed profit every day. So the True Gold transmute, well, it can't compute the crafting cost right now, but when it did earlier, it was like 800 gold crafting cost. I don't know. I guess it's missing the price for Volatile Fire, which we could fix. Probably because I don't have any on me. Volatile Fire, yeah, just reset to default. And then we can go back, so we can see that Transmute True Gold is 951 right now, according to this profit calculation. I think it might be overpricing. Yeah, it's now going to use the market value. Volatile Fire is about half this price. We can knock 200 gold off this price. But even then, it's profitable. It's selling for 1100 gold. And this profit calculation doesn't even include the 20% extra procs, so you're looking at like 300 gold per day for at least for the True Gold. Living Elements is interesting because you get a random volatile element, air, water, fire, or earth. They are all significantly more expensive than Volatile Life. I think Earth probably the cheapest one at like on my realm. I haven't bought it as much as the others. But if you look at the volatiles, like it's all pretty good. Yeah, Earth is 15, air and fire is usually about 20, and air is usually about 35 on my realm. And life is about 1 gold, so you're getting 15 of this, which is like 14 gold profit per volatile, and then you multiply that by 15, you're getting some nice profit for every cast. And there's a little trick. You can force it into a specific element by going to one of the Cataclysm zones. If you're in Vashir, it's water. If you're in Hyjal, it's fire. And you are in Uldum, you get the big bonus. It's going to be guaranteed volatile air, which means that you're looking at 34 times 15. So you're looking at like 500 gold plus profit, which is really good. Really good for something you just click one day, and that's not including any procs from Transmutation Master. 500 gold per day for leveling Alchemy to 490 on a character and parking it in Uldum. So yeah, this is something that people have been doing since the dawn of time, or at least a very long time in WoW. Having alts just for the profession cooldowns. So you just log in once a day. You have multiple characters. You log in once a day on all of them and do whatever the daily transmute is the most profitable one. And then once you're done, you move on to the next one. This is obviously good in Cataclysm. I think the volatile is by far the best one because it has a much lower skill requirement. True Gold does require you to actually max out alchemy, which is more expensive. Whereas Living Elements, you can do that at 490 skill, I believe, so it's a lot cheaper. You're going to save a lot of gold by just doing this one. And if you can just get your ult to Uldum, then you're going to make a nice chunk of gold from doing it. So that's definitely what I would suggest. Now, there are also transmutes that do not have a daily cooldown. And we can see that I actually am sitting on materials for one of them. So I should have crafted this. You can transmute the various rare gems. Now, in a lot of cases, this isn't going to be super interesting because some of these gems aren't that expensive. But for the red one, it is very interesting. So you can see here that this is Trade Skill Master is calculating this as 120 gold crafting cost. This does not include, I have not included the procs, so getting extra rubies, which I will get 20% of the time, which means we can divide this by 1.2, which means that my actual crafting cost is about 100 gold per Inferno ruby. And I can cut them because I have a jewel crafter that knows the recipe for the brilliant one. So I'm cutting these into int gems, and they're selling for about 150 gold. So that means I'm making 50 gold per ruby. Now this doesn't work unless you also have jewel crafting. So that's just something to be aware of. If you have jewel crafting, then it can be good, but a lot of the uncommon gems have been fairly expensive because people have been using them to level their profession. So we might see that change, and maybe Hesonite is getting cheap enough that you can do this for Ember Topaz as well. There's some of the Ember Topaz recipes have been extremely expensive. Nightstone also is something that has been used very heavily in leveling professions. So we'll have to see, but this can be very good for the red gems, at least, particularly if you have jewel crafting. Then there's one last transmute in Cataclysm, the Shadow Spirit Diamond, the meta gem. Once again, we're looking at using all of the uncommons, 3 of each uncommon, and you get 2 diamonds, and then you get 20% extra on average. This one is fine. You can see it's calculating at a loss, but we're not including procs. The actual crafting cost is lower, probably about 100 gold, which is gonna help, but not really that much, unless you can do cuts that are expensive. Now, the best in slot gems for most people are recipes that are like 200 gold, 100 gold on the auction house. So a lot of people will have them, and they typically have a lot of competition. You might see less competition, but you're also going to see a lot less sale rate if you get some of the jewel crafting supplies vendor, the daily token based recipes. They do cost 5 tokens, which I don't think is worth it. So this one is maybe your realm has slightly cheaper gems, and there's also the possibility that this price is heavily overvalued because the gems have been trending down and it's using market value, and it's possible that Nightstone is no longer 20 gold and actually is 5 gold per, which would make this a lot more palatable. So yeah, guys, that's it. For transmutes, I think this is a very valuable opportunity is getting more alts to 490 to doing just for doing leveling elements. All of the volatiles are still selling really well, and volatile life is dirt cheap because people get it from herbing all the time. So this is definitely something you can do. Very laid back gold making, and then if you have jewel crafting, then you can take advantage of the gem transmutes on top to just cut out. Means you don't have to do prospecting. You can just focus on getting the gems and posting them to the auction house, and they sell really quickly. So yeah, pretty nice. Very cool that you have this sort of synergy opportunity as well. So I really like, that's why I like Transmute Mastery, because it gives you these synergy opportunities where you can take advantage. And obviously it's just very, very laid back and lazy. You're not gonna have to log in every day and sit on the auction house to get sales. Like True Gold, literally I post True Gold, it sells. If you do volatile transmute, you post volatiles, they sell. If you cut Brilliant Inferno rubies and post them to the auction house, they sell instantly. Very nice.